So after only a short time away, I'm back in Helmsley, but this time I'm filming in Helmsley Wall Gardens. So arriving in Helmsley today, I've come to Helmsley Wall Gardens and I'm going to have a chat with them about the flower meadow and lots of great events. And today it's their annual spring wedding fair. So Mike, you're the manager here at Helmsley Wall Gardens, and we're sat on the seat at the moment and it's caught my eye because is it part of Come by Harvester, is it? Or?
It's an old field riddle.
Right.
It would be used to sort of rough up the land.
Yeah.
Probably pulled by a tractor, and then it's been converted into a bench.
It's quite cool actually, I do quite like it.
Yeah.
So today it's the wedding fair.
It is.
And you just mentioned to me you get about 500 people here.
Yes, yeah, we should have by the end of the day,
Yeah.
it'll be 500.
That's amazing. I mean, busy.
Yeah.
But the gardens, is it 250 years old?
It's just over 250 years old.
Yeah.
It serviced the big house, Duncan Park. It would have been at one point the garden that produced the produce for the big house and for the family.
Yeah.
Its history has been that it went into decline after the Victorian and the Edwardian period in the First World War.
Right.
Like all wall gardens went into decline.
Yeah. So
And then
how?
we brought it back to life in about 1994.
Right. Wow. So has it taken a lot of work to get it here today? Because I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, you've got so many flowers, and I'm really bad at naming the flowers, but the tulips.
Tulips,
The tulips, and the colours are just incredible here. And I mean, it must have taken a lot of work to do.
It does, but it builds on itself.
Does it?
In its current incarnation, we've been here 23 years, so year on year you add more development to it, you build more into it.
Yeah.
And we let the gardeners have their say, their due, you know.
Yeah.
So the colours we've got round here, we have a lovely lady called Helen who's our head gardener. And in a previous life she was a sculptress.
Right.
And she's a first class honours graduate at fine art.
Wow, so she's got a good eye and good eye for
So when she
detail.
talks to me about colour, I say, yes Helen, you go ahead and use your colour as you see fit.
Right, and you've got so many different areas of gardens as well. And is it the white garden? Is it the hot border as well?
Yeah.
So what's this bit? What are we in at the moment?
This is what we would say is a garden construct. It's a meadow.
Yeah.
So we let the grass grow, but we plant within the meadow bulbs. So this is really a spring garden.
Yeah.
And what we have the ability to do, because we've got 5 acres, we can concentrate. So we want this to be impacted now in spring.
Right.
And then there's another section of the garden will be impacted in May. Then we go on to the wildflower garden, which will be impacted in June. Then the hot
so it's
border
kind
that
of
you mentioned.
Yeah.
But different to people's home gardens. When you have a home garden, you're trying to get 12 months interest out of a piece of land.
Yeah.
Well, we say we want a piece of interest out of the land for maybe just 6 weeks.
Right.
So we can really intensify the planting, because when this will go over in a couple of weeks' time.
Right.
But there will be another area of the garden that's of interest.
Yeah, and have you named these for kind of any specific reasons, as with the seasons? So with the white garden, is it to do with white flowers?
Yeah, the white garden's all white, and it was originally a memorial garden for Princess Di.
Right.
That's when it was first incarnation, if you like, as a white garden. And we have another garden which we refer to as Alison's garden, which was the lady that started this in 1994 when she kicked it off again with the horticultural therapy.
Wow, and just tell me a little bit about the horticultural therapy, because it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
And if people don't know, maybe people thinking, what exactly is it? And obviously with the therapy, something to do with gardens, but kind of for people who don't know, what's it all about?
The individuals we help tend to be people who have either got learning difficulties. We have individuals who have mental health problems, and some of those mental health problems can be lifetime problems, but some people have them just for temporary periods, you know, it's the stress of their life and things like that. So what we do is we have 2 horticultural therapists, and those horticultural therapists work with these individuals, and we use gardening as part of that therapy. But within that, so it's not just the fact that we're working in the garden or working in an open space. We have something that the medical people don't have, which is time.
Right.
So people can come to us, and instead of spending 20 minutes as they do with a professional, which the health professionals can only do that, we give them Often it's a year. People can be with us for a year,
Yeah.
working with us.
I guess it's quite relaxing though, because if people are in pain or got stress, I mean, you can spend an hour or two and you're totally fixated on the garden, what if you're repotting or if you're cutting, or I mean, so that must focus and take the pain away.
Yeah, it does. And the ability to socialise with others, because some people struggle with an ability to socialise. So you can socialise in a environment that is supportive as well as friendly, and because we actually end up, the end result is the garden looking as good as the garden looks.
Yeah, and it does look amazing.
People feel that they're contributing to a success.
Yeah.
And we all want to contribute to success.
So thank you so much for just having this brief chat. I know you've got such a busy schedule today, but I'm going to let you get off, let you deal with this amazing wedding fair.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Very much indeed. Thank you. Bye.
Helmsley Garden have all sorts of hidden surprises here. They are stunning water features and sculptures. Around the garden you can see old doors which used to lead into the castle and into the house. They also keep chickens here for you to see, and sometimes you might be lucky enough to catch a rogue one. So I've caught up with David Hinde, and you're the town crier in Helmsley.
That's right, yes, Natalie.
So tell me, I mean, for people who don't know, how did you get to be a town crier?
Well, I've always had a loud voice, Natalie.
Have you?
I used to be involved with singing in operatic societies, and that's all about projection. Always had a big bass baritone voice.
Yeah.
And an opportunity came in the old town of Bridlington to be a crier for there.
Right.
And so I put myself forward with several people that I had to compete with for that, and
because it's a very old English tradition.
Very old English tradition, yes, going right back to William the Conqueror's time.
Right, wow.
Well, they appointed the criers to tell the laws of the land. They were responsible for weights and measures.
Yeah.
They were also for curfews at night, putting out the candles and things like that.
Right. So have you had to kind of modernise the job role for today's day, or do you kind of still take the traditions?
I like to do it traditionally.
Yeah.
There are some criers that have modernised a little bit, but I like the tradition of it, and I'm part of the Ancient and Honourable Guild of Town Criers, which very much promote that.
Right.
And so people love to see the period regalia.
They do, yeah, they do. And we're obviously talking about how years and years ago, I mean, we're in Helmsley Wall Gardens.
Absolutely.
It's 250 years old.
Yes.
And you're obviously here today, but what exactly are you doing? Because it's your first event of the year so far.
Absolutely, yes. I was appointed in autumn, and this is
now
spring. Spring has sprung, and the criers come out to welcome everybody to the spring fair here.
So do you go into hibernation in winter?
Well, I have winter events, of course, lots of Christmas activity in particular. But yes, this is first spring event here in Helmsley. Delighted to be helping the Wall Garden, and against the background of the beautiful Helmsley Castle here.
Yeah, and speaking of achievements as well, and your very loud voice, in 2013 you set a new world record.
That's right, yes, it was the world's loudest recorded town crier.
Right.
Recorded at Surby Hall, beat a record of 21 years standing, which was 112.8 decibels, and I got 114.8.
Wow.
Measured by a company based in North Yorkshire at Hunde, Cirrus Research, and we obviously have recorded that as the world's loudest cry. It's not a Guinness Book of Records record, because they froze that particular category.
Is that because you won it?
No, before that.
Right.
And despite efforts to suggest to them that they ought to reopen it.
Yeah.
But they said, well, look, you can still quite legitimately say that it's the world's loudest cry. It's been measured professionally by a company.
And to mention other achievements as well, maybe people are familiar with your face. I mean, you was in the new Dad's Army film, wasn't you?
Absolutely, yes, leading the parade.
I know,
and
parade. Even if you go on the Dad's Army trailer, the first bit is of you.
Yes.
I mean, that must be pretty cool to know that.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic, Natalie. Yes, when I saw that on the international trailer, there I was in the opening seconds. I said to my partner Anna, I said, wow, look at this, Anne.
It's just the music with it as well, and you walk in, and obviously you own that street. That is your street.
Yeah, yeah.
So that must have been incredible.
Yeah, and of course, yes, it was, and I was the first one.
Yeah.
In a silent street, and as we went down, everybody was going, hey, all the way along. And we took over 20 takes of that scene.
Yeah.
We were there from about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning through till 5:15.
Wow.
On a November day. And
at least you wrapped up warm, and you got lots of layers on.
But it was fantastic. Yeah, the stars were, great to speak to.
I bet, yeah.
And it gave a lot of pride to that town, and I'm proud to be bringing the civic pride back with the Crier here in Helmsley.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's next for you? Where's the next place that you're going to be if people want to follow where you are or find out what you're doing?
Yeah, they can get onto my website, which is www.harriscelebritytowncrier.com, and indeed they'll find out on Twitter. They follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Dad's Army Crier.
Right.
It's the Twitter handle, and they'll see what I'm up to on there.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm taking part in several national competitions throughout the country for town crying this year, including 3 in Devon.
Well, good luck with
Thank
all
you.
them, and hopefully you'll win each one as you did
Yes.
with the world record.
Yes.
You never know.
I'll be helping the dedication here of the church, for instance, rededication with the Bishop of Whitby shortly.
Wow, that's
so it's
amazing.
quite varied.
Yeah, you do all
quite
sorts,
varied.
don't you?
Mm.
And we're going to catch up in a minute as well with you're actually crying, and not literally, but you're town crying. So what is it you'll be saying? What will we be doing?
Yes, I'll be basically saying welcome to Helmsley, welcome to the Wall Garden here, and telling them about what's on here, and indeed saying that they should be coming back time and time again, because Helmsley is a very special place. It's an award-winning town. It's got award-winning businesses and some fabulous attractions. I mean, the national park is in the heart of it here.
Absolutely.
And this is why people come back time and time again to Helmsley.
Yeah.
And I love having photographs taken with people, and I love doing the cries, and it's about meeting and greeting people, the Crier's role, and that's what I'll be doing here as well, meeting and greeting, and going down to the town as well and explaining that this event is on till 5 o'clock today.
Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! On behalf of Helmsley in Business, as Town Crier of Helmsley, I welcome all our visitors and residents to Helmsley Wall Garden and the Totem Teepee Wedding and Spring Fair on this bank holiday weekend. We hope you have a wonderful day. Helmsley is a very special place all year round. An award-winning market town and gateway to the North York Moors National Park and all its attractions. Today, the Helmsley 5-acre wall garden in the magnificent setting by the walls and against the backdrop of Helmsley Castle is holding this, its Totem Teepee Wedding and Spring Fair, and now until 5 o'clock, with all the delights of this beautiful garden's spring displays to stroll through, plus giant hat Scandinavian-style teepees, which can be hired for events and weddings, plus a fine range of top wedding suppliers from North Yorkshire, plus stalls selling everything from handbags, scarves, pashminas, fabrics, garden ornaments and homewares. Don't forget the Vinehouse Cafe with its Victorian vinery, freshly prepared lunches, homemade cakes and delicious coffee, and of course the wonderful plant centre. Have a wonderful day, and God save the Queen.
And that's why so many people come and visit Helmsley Wall Gardens, not just for the picturesque scenery, but for the amazing events they put on as well, just like the wedding fair today.